product of a 1939 gram hood, all nice and shiny and beautiful. And what we're going to do is show you in the next few minutes the products necessary to bring it from orange peel to what you see here. See, everything's been smoothed out and you get a really good reflection. In fact, it's a lot like a mirror. You can see images of the fan, the lights, probably even see myself in that particular reflection. Even with a really slow set off on the clear coat, tends to orange peel a bit. Well, we can still make that work out because, as you can see, that orange peel may be bad, but the side that's already been color sanded and buffed out to almost completion is what you get as a result of getting rid of the orange peel. Now the question is, how do you do that? The easy way to do that is to start by sanding the orange peel side with 1200 grit sandpaper, and in this case you definitely want to wet sand it. You want to do that using a little bit, and whether somebody else likes it or not, believe it or not, Dawn dish soap in water, and you sand with a fairly hard block. Now over here I'm going to grab the block that I find works out pretty good, and that's this little, I'll show it, this little Motor Guard Wonder Block here. And this particular block's about 6 inches long, nice to grip onto, and it's a fairly hard foam block. You can squeeze it pretty hard, but it gives you a nice flat surface. So by using that and starting out with 1200 grit sandpaper, we can sand all the orange peel out. Once we've sanded out the orange peel, we follow up with 1500 grit sandpaper till all the sanding scratches from the 1200 grit are gone. Then we follow up with a final sanding of 2000 grit, all the time having wet sanded it and all the time making sure the previous sanding scratches are gone. So once we've done that, we've got a very flat, smooth surface that we're looking at. Now the question is, how do you polish it up? Polishing it up is accomplished using a 3M product, in this case called Perfected Rubbing Compound. That's what it looked like when I got this bottle. They may have changed their label, but you want Perfected Rubbing Compound. And this particular pad, you can tell it's been well used, happens to be by 3M, and this is for using the rubbing compound. They have different pads for different compounds. So don't buy one pad and say, oh, that'll do for everything. No, it won't. You actually have to buy the pad that's for the compounds you're using. For the rubbing compound, it's this sort of cream color pad. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'll grab the container that the foam pad comes in so you can see. And here it is, 3M container. That's perfected for compounding, and it says so right on the container. You want to save these anyway. They're Ziploc bags. You put your little foam pad in there and you save it in there. It keeps the right pad and it keeps it clean. So that's what that's for. However, once you've used the compound and put it on, following the directions, which in this case are to put a little stripe, put your pad, move it around by hand just a little bit so it's not going to sling, and work an area about 2 feet square. And you'll use 1400 to about 2000 RPM on a polisher. And you'll work it till it gets sort of close to dry. Never work it till it's completely dry because it's supposed to be wet as you're actually working in the area. And once you're done and you get it mostly dry, then you're going to take a little microfiber cloth and wipe off whatever little residue is left. And if it looks good enough, you have no sanding scratches left, great. If it doesn't, recompound the area. It usually doesn't take more than a couple of times to compound it. It's more about maybe you missed a spot than it is about whether it actually works really well. The last thing you're going to do to make it look really, really good is you're going to grab a different pad. This particular pad is also a 3M product. You notice it's black, totally different color. But this pad is for using a different product to finish up with. The last product that you use is Perfected Ultrafine Machine Polish. And what that one is for is the idea that any swirl marks, if you got any from using the compound, the rubbing compound, will be taken out by this product. Even if you're doing black, it says it will take out every single swirl mark. And the fact is it really does. So if you use these products, you'll actually go from the rough orange peel to beautiful, straight, gorgeous, clear coat, even if you had 90 to 100 degrees where you got more orange peel than you wanted to get. Usually you don't end up with that much, but the temperature was that hot when I did it, and this is the way to fix it. I don't have 3M stock, but I wouldn't even consider, knowing that this stuff works this well, I would not consider buying sandpaper or polishing compound or foam pads from somebody else when this works this good. If you know of something else that you like, fine, but I know this works so well, this is what I tell somebody to go buy. And I don't care if it costs 3 times what anybody else's stuff costs, it actually works. The particular clear in this case that is used is Advantage, and it's over Limco's base coat. And the end results with this and the 3M products is gorgeous. Can't say anything other than absolutely beautiful.